Welcome back, everyone. So today we are fitting the sprocket assembly. So I've got the sort of oil seal covered spaces and stuff. I've got some new gaskets, got the new sprocket. I also bought a new lock washer and nut. What else we got? We've got this plate with a new clutch return spring. I need to get the bolts for this. They're still over the other side of the bench. But this is where we're starting today, this area here. So we'll crack on. So I've just installed the new rotor. We are replacing this old nasty ignition system, which is yeah, it's pretty grim, this one. We are replacing it with a brand new electronic system. So this is the new flywheel in. So this guy's all bolted in, tightened up, and then now what I have to do is take all of this original stuff off of this plate, so we can fit this guy to this guy, and then I'll have to give that a bit of a clean up, and then we can bolt that into place here. So there we go, that's the new digital stator in, and it's a pretty smart bit of kit. Use the original mounting bracket, which is this guy. It just gave that a bit of a clean up. It replaces all of this junk, basically. That stuff is so old now, I wouldn't even trust it. And also the new magnet replaces the original one, which is this guy, and this thing is heavy. Yeah, so it replaces that. So yeah, all of these points may get used, but I doubt it. It all comes out in this cable, goes through here, and then, you know, links up. I've got the rest of the wiring diagram here. There's also like an ignition timing regulator rectifier, ignition timing coil here, and then obviously the new spark plug cap. The next stage of this is to set this to top dead center, which obviously I can't because I don't even have a piston or the actual cylinder. So this is as far as I can take this at the moment. But basically, all you have to do is there's some markings in here. I think they're on the rotor itself. You can't really see them, but they're sort of in here somewhere. And then you have to set this alignment mark to top dead center. So then you just sort of have to turn this which should hopefully line up with like this red line, I'm guessing. It's going to be something along those lines, I imagine. I've got the instructions, so it's not too difficult, but yeah, I obviously can't do the timing because I don't have the barrel or the cylinder yet. So as soon as they're done reboring that, I can then get that fitted. But in the meantime, I can actually get the new, I did buy some new, what are they called? Cylinder barrel rods. I can get those fitted in the meantime, and then that'll then be ready to slot that cylinder straight on once that's had a bit of paint. But yeah, this is looking great. I'm really happy with that. So obviously don't want to put the cover on just yet, but it's this guy that's going to go on there. That'll go there, and then this will get covered up forever when I put the actual cover on. But yeah, I'll update you again as soon as I get some more bits. Well, there we go. I think that's about as far as I can take this today. I don't have the barrel yet. That's still being rebored, and the new piston is going to come with that. I've just fitted the rods, so they went in quite nice. A bit of Loctite on the bottom just to make sure they stay where I want them to stay. Yeah, this is great. Replaces all this manky gubbins. Yeah, this is really good. That goes on there. Nothing else to it really. I've also got the one that has the lighting coil on it, so this can now be uprated to 12 volt lighting as well, so that's good. I've just got to set the timing, but I can't do that until I've got the sort of cylinder head assembly. But yeah, this is looking really good. Really happy with how this is going. We're almost there. Okay, we are back, and this time we are trying to figure out where all these bits go in the carb. So I've taken it apart, I've done all the cleaning, just so you guys don't have to watch all that mind-numbing stuff. Basically, it's had a good bath in the ultrasonic cleaner. Before that, it was in the degreasing stuff. I've also got the air filter thing. You can't really see it. It's in the de-rusting solution at the moment because it's got some patches of rust that I just couldn't really loosen up with the brass wheels. So I'm just de-rusting that. That's also been in the degreasing. It's gone straight in there. Then once it's done in there, it's gonna have a little bath in there. But this is a lot of bits, and I've got to kind of try and put it together. From this picture, it's not the best picture. And also, I took this apart, obviously, but a lot of this section, which is all like the slide and where the throttle cable connects in and where the needle setting goes, all up in this area here, that was already out. So I'm not 100% sure how that goes back in, but I'm pretty certain I can follow this quite well. But yeah, that all goes inside this little body. So yeah, it's all clean, it's all dried. It's just a case of going back and forth with this picture, putting it together, because this is the only image I've got of this type of carb. So this one is a cutaway, but that's a different carb, and then on the next page it's a different carb again. So this is all I've got. I'm sure I could, I don't think there's anything else to go straight onto the crankcase and stuff after that. Yeah, I'm sure I can get it together or look at some images on the internet. I'll probably watch a video or two just to make sure I've got like the needle height clip in the right place, because the needle does have a few notches on it where it can be set. I also think I need a throttle cable, because I think that has to go in this hole on the left first, and then the needle goes into this hole, because then the throttle obviously pulls the slide up and down. I may be able to get away with rebuilding this without having the cable, but if it looks like I'm going to need the cable to get this finished, then I might have to order the cable, but we'll see. We'll make a start and see how far we get. Oh, there we go. Hopefully camera caught most of that, because I think I was out of frame for a lot of it. But here we go. The carb is fully back together, fully conditioned, serviced. There was a few times when I forgot to put O-rings and things on, but I pretty much just had to follow this as best as I could. I've got the new throttle cable, so that controls the slide inside. I've just gone with the basic known settings for these sort of carbs, but basically the needle is on notch number 2 from the top. These adjuster screws, I don't know where they were supposed to be to begin with, so what I'm probably going to do is just screw them in as far as I can go, and then do 1.5 turns out, and then see how we go from there. And then I'll just have to adjust it at that point. But yeah, this is everything all back where it should be, I'm pretty sure. I've just tried to follow this picture as best as I could, trying to get the little washers in the right place, make sure I didn't forget any, make sure the jets and the screws go back into the right slots. It's not a massively complicated carburetor, but you know, when I didn't take it apart in the first place, it's a little difficult to figure out sort of where bits go. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It's in pretty good condition. So yeah, once the barrel arrives, I'll attach it to the actual engine. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I don't think it's been put back together in this condition for probably a good number of years. So yeah, we're slowly getting there.